here we are on the brink of the weekend, and you guessed it. Yep, it's going to be a warm weekend. 87 degrees outside right now. It feels great. Humidity at 5%. Obviously very dry as we see the relative humidities in the single digits. Winds have died down, but they pick up again late in the afternoon tomorrow, south 10 to 15, but we could see occasional gusts to 25, and we make it to 98 tomorrow.
Our top story tonight, a child kidnapped.
You don't think that somebody protect your baby.
Tonight, the family pleads for your help. Isaiah Jordan is only 16 months old. His family says he's been kidnapped, and North Las Vegas police are looking for the man last seen with him. Action News reporter Ben Deci is joining us live now with the latest. Ben.
Yeah, Steve, and this is the last place the family saw little Isaiah. He was with a friend of his father's, and the family thought they were just going for a quick trip to the grocery store. 24 hours later, they haven't come back.
You never think. You see it on the news, you see it in movies. You never think that somebody would take your baby.
Angelina Porter is talking about her 16-month-old son, Isaiah. Police say this man, Jamal Holdip, drove off with little Isaiah and hasn't been seen since. So far, no one in the missing baby's family has been able to figure out why.
I don't even know this Jamal guy. I don't even know him, so I have no idea.
Holdip is reportedly friends with Isaiah's father. Police say he left with Isaiah last night around 10:45. Then, police say at 8 o'clock this morning, the phone rang. It was Holdip saying he was in Barstow, California, and that he'd run out of money. He gave no reasons for why he left and didn't say where he was going. The phone call didn't put Isaiah's mother at ease.
It scares me more because if he doesn't have money, if Isaiah needs something, or I don't know if he's eating.
North Las Vegas police don't believe Holdip intends to hurt the 16-month-old, but until they know what he's up to, they're asking for help in the hunt for baby Isaiah. A look now at the car Holdip may be driving. It's a 2001 Dodge Intrepid. It's white with a temporary license plate from Desert VW. North Las Vegas police are urging Holdip to take baby Isaiah to a fire department. Any fire department around the country, they say all he has to do is drop the 16-month-old off, and they'll do the rest. Steve?
Ben, do police at this point have any idea where Holdip could be?
Yeah, Steve, they do. They think he may be headed to San Diego where he has relatives, but at the same time, they're not ruling out the possibility that he's still right here in Las Vegas, and he just said he was calling from Barstow to throw investigators off. I'm Ben Deci reporting live now, Channel 13 Action News.
All right, thanks, Ben. Christina.
A Carson City family hoping for the best but prepared for the worst had their fears confirmed by military officials with news a loved one will not return home the same.
We're all very proud of the life that he led and the example that he held for others to follow.
The family of Anthony Schober remembers his example, one they plan to never forget, one filled with love, pride, and respect for his family, friends, but also his fellow soldiers.
At the age of 17, he came to me and said he wanted to join the Army. He was affected by the 9/11 incident.
On Saturday, the 23-year-old died following an ambush south of Baghdad. His disappearance, along with 3 others, launched a massive search by U.S. troops. The Pentagon initially reported the soldiers missing. When Action News spoke to one of the family's pastors just 2 days ago, there was still hope for his safe return home.
We're proud of him, and this is, one of the things that can happen.
What happened is another Nevada family lost a loved one to a war fought thousands of miles away, but bringing heartache too close to home.
And Anthony Schober was serving his 4th tour in Iraq. Now, following his tour there, the Army had actually planned to send him to a military installation in Italy.
An update on reports of alleged misconduct at a local high school. At least 2 teachers at Foothill High School are reportedly under investigation for alleged sexual misconduct with students. School officials would not discuss any details of the allegations, but say the incidents are not related.
The way things were found out, I would say that it's not endemic to the school. It's just a very, very unusual situation. And I can say that the administrators have been taking very vigorous action to protect all the kids.
It's still not clear if any crimes have been committed. The Henderson Police Department is aware of the situation but is not involved in the investigation.
Patrick Lovett is behind bars tonight. Metro arrested him in connection to yesterday's murder near Lake Mead in Decatur. A man died after suffering a gunshot wound. Right now, it's unclear what role Lovett allegedly played in that shooting. Meanwhile, police warn another suspect is on the run tonight connected to that murder. Now, if you know anything that could help investigators, call the number you see there on your screen, Crime Stoppers at 385-5555. Keep in mind, you do not have to give your name, and you may be eligible for a cash reward.
A new twist in the investigation into the deadly bombing at the LUXOR parking garage. Police now say their prime suspect isn't really named Omar Rueda Denvers. Metro detectives plan to visit Panama to meet the real Rueda Denvers, who says he had his identity stolen. The man in custody and his alleged co-conspirator, Porfirio Duarte Herrera, appeared in court today. Herrera now faces more charges, including a pipe bomb explosion last year at a Home Depot.
So both of them, there were things found tying both of them to manufacturing bombs or having items with the intent to manufacture bombs.
Police say Herrera has also told them he detonated other makeshift bombs around town. Detectives hope to learn more about the other men in custody when they go to Panama.
It has now been nearly 2 weeks since that deadly crash that claimed the lives of 4 children and a mother on TENAYA and Farm Road. Now a local business wants to help out the families of the victims. Real estate company, Platinum Properties, GMAC, is holding a charitable blood drive and bake sale tomorrow. All money raised will go to the Dominguez and Sevilla families. The event begins tomorrow morning at the Platinum Properties office on South Rainbow between Desert Inn and Sahara. Again, all money raised will go to the families of the victims.
Investigators are looking into the cause of a fire that destroyed 2 businesses at a strip mall overnight. 5 other shops were damaged. Witnesses say they heard an explosion when the fire started in a flower shop. Nevada lawmakers are launching a new campaign to crack down on crystal meth. It's called Crystal Darkness, and it officially kicks off Monday. But tonight, a group of volunteers got together for a training session. They'll be the ones going into the community to help stop crystal meth use.
I think right now we're #1 in meth in the United States. We look on knocking that back to 20 to 40. We're going to push it back as far back as we possibly can, and information is the key.
And our schools are...
You'll hear a lot more about the program when it kicks off next week. It even includes a movie that will air on several local networks, including Channel 13.
A state Senate committee has approved a bill targeting those high-interest payday loan businesses. The measure limits the late fees lenders can charge and requires them to make certain disclosures to borrowers. It will now go on to the full Senate for a vote.
From Contact 13 tonight, it looks like Northwest Airlines is cleared for takeoff. Northwest is ready to emerge from Chapter 11 bankruptcy next month. Northwest has undergone almost 2 years of financial reorganization to get back on track. Higher gas prices are taking their toll on other businesses. According to a new study by the National Retail Federation, 40% of consumers now take fewer shopping trips, 31% are cutting back on dining out, and 1/4 are spending less on clothing. The study also says 24% are clipping coupons to look for deals. By the way, this is where gas prices stand tonight. AAA says prices are averaging $3.20 a gallon in Las Vegas, $3.25 statewide, and the national average is at about $3.12. And as always, Contact 13's call for action is ready to take on a consumer problem for you. Just call one of our volunteers between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. The hotline number 368-2255.
Alrighty, partners, strap on those chaps and get those 10-gallon hats out. El Dorado Days returns with fun for the entire family. Check it out. The annual event actually kicked off this evening. Families can attend the Western Village Carnival at Cashman Field, and of course the annual parade through downtown tomorrow. El Dorado Days celebration starts up again tomorrow at noon and runs till midnight. You can also catch it on Sunday, again from noon this time to 11 p.m. Carnival passes will cost you about $23. The parade starts at tomorrow evening at 7, and the route travels through 4th Street between Stewart and Gas.
Now Las Vegas's first complete late night forecast with meteorologist Amanda Sanchez.
Well, here is a pretty picture behind me. This is Erie, Colorado. 60 hot air balloons creating a very vibrant look in the sky. Oh, there's, who is that, you guys? Tweety Bird. It's Tweety Bird, that's right. And this was in Erie, so just about 25 miles north of Denver. Nice weather today. They weren't dealing with any storms. However, it would not have been a good day to fly the balloon here because we had the winds kick up. By the way, balloon enthusiast, Reno, Nevada has the best balloon race ever, and it's in September. Desert Doppler earlier did have numerous lightning strikes in Flagstaff in southern Utah, but that activity is now dying out with the sun going down, and these thunderstorms are now dying down in Arizona. All the activity staying to our east. However, we are under a very dry flow, southwesterly flow of air, and that'll keep us dry for the next couple of days, well, the next several days, but the big change will be when we cool down, and I'll show you why in just a second. 83 right now at the airport, winds southwest at 6, humidity only 6%, bone dry out there. The trouble spot tonight up in the Dakotas up through Minnesota, that's where they're seeing severe thunderstorms tonight. West Coast looking good. Now here is the fly in the ointment, this counterclockwise flow. This is that big upper level low. It's going to push east, and it'll kind of ride over the north of us, ride to the east, and that's when we'll see cooler air and maybe some clouds. So that's really the only change. We just have a really, really dry pattern going on and a very hot one. That system I just showed you, though, will bring us down to 90, so a little bit of a cool down, barely. Tomorrow, this is your breakdown. By 5 o'clock, 98. Breezy conditions late in the day. South winds 10 to 15. An occasional gust or two, 20 to 25, especially if you're out on Lake Mead. But if you have plans to go to the lake, just keep in mind that it'll be late in the day that those winds will pick up. Boulder City tomorrow, double nines, 99 there, Mount Charleston 74, 95 in Pahrump, and 104 in Laughlin, another scorcher there. Lake Mead, another scorcher as well at 105. Overnight lows, 73, not too bad. Water temperature, not too bad at all. High 60s, low 70s. And here's that 7-day forecast. Now, we will have some clouds this week, but none of the clouds will hinder these temperatures. The cloud cover is not going to be thick. Again, the biggest change will be your second half of Sunday when the winds pick up, when that little system rides to our east. And then Tuesday will cool down with some cooler air coming in. But I mean, come on, 90 degrees, that's still a tad above normal for this time of year.
We'll take it, though,
I know.
especially when you're comparing it to 97, 98.
Did you notice by next weekend, 99, we could hit the century mark? Ugh.
We better get used to it.
Steve likes it. Steve's going to wash the car.
He loves it.
He's going to wash the car to bring the rain, huh?
Thanks, Amanda. Around America now, the proposed immigration bill is coming under fire from people in Mexico. The measure tightens border security while giving millions of illegal immigrants a chance at a legal status. But some Mexicans think the plan rewards people in the U.S. illegally while punishing those still in Mexico.
Police in Phoenix are hoping to put 2 men behind bars after they robbed a store for beer, then pummeled a security guard who tried to stop them. Fortunately, that guard is going to be okay.
Houston police aren't sure what made this man perch himself on top of this cell phone tower all afternoon. They do say he was erratic when he climbed up the tower and then he just calmly sat down.
Movie theaters could be seeing a lot of green this weekend in more ways than one with the anticipated release of SHREK the Third. We'll have more on that coming up on Channel 13 Action News live at 11.
You're watching Channel 13 Action News with Christina Brown and Steve Wolford. Plus, Weather First with meteorologist Amanda Sanchez. Action Sports with Bryan Salmond. And breaking news from the Action News Hall.
Channel 13 Action Weather is brought to you by Consumer Credit Counseling Service. Financial grants available for first-time homebuyers. Call Consumer Credit Counseling Service at 364-0344 for all your financial counseling needs. Having trouble getting from point A to point B? Log on to KTNV.com's 24-hour problem solver traffic for accident and construction updates. KTNV.com.
Now from Action News, Kathy Ray's Health Report.
And Kathy Ray is off tonight. The Food and Drug Administration is set to approve Liberal next week. It is the first birth control pill designed to indefinitely suppress bleeding during women's menstrual cycle. If so, it could be the first pill to be taken continuously. Also, the USDA says chicken feared to be contaminated with melamine is safe. The Department of Agriculture tested more than 80,000 birds at an Indiana processing center and found no trace of melamine. Melamine contamination is blamed for the massive recall of pet food and a number of pet deaths.
There is a showdown underway this weekend for global domination. A guy in red and blue tights is battling a giant green ogre for the top spot at the box office.
Princess Fiona and Sir SHREK.
A little over to the left, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah.
Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey are back for Shrek the Third. This time, Shrek sets out to find a suitable ruler for Far, Far Away after his Frogger-in-law croaks. We'll also find if Shrek has enough box office charisma to knock Spider-Man 3 out of first place.
He's going to have quite a bit of charisma to pull that one off.
Yes, he will.
Well, that's all for Action News Live at 11. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay tuned for Action Sports Extra with Bryan Salmond.
King James tries to lead the Cavs to the next level in the playoffs. Brian has more after the break.
The Weather First Lake Forecast, brought to you by Cal's Boat and RV.
Good evening and welcome to a special edition of the local sports show that gives you extra. I'm Bryan Salmond. Tonight we'll see the Rocket, the defending state champs, but I start with the NBA playoffs. You know, it's do or die time. Time to put up or shut up. That's right, win or go home. Whatever phrase you want to use, it applies to the Phoenix Suns and the New Jersey Nets as both teams trailed 3-2 and had elimination games tonight. The first game will start with the Suns and the Spurs. The Suns getting AMARE STOUDEMIRE back in this game, and Tim Duncan, the big fundamentals, greets him with a dunk in his face. But AMARE is a nice guy. He repays the favor on Tim Duncan and on Bruce Bowen. STOUDEMIRE, 38 points, 12 rebounds. Fast forwarding now to the third and fourth quarter. Manu Ginobili gets on fire, the three-pointer. Then Ginobili, again, the Argentine, the three-pointer and the foul. 33 points Ginobili. The Spurs go up by as many as 20, but the two-time defending MVP Steve Nash wouldn't let his team die easily. He had a three-pointer there. He was 3 for 4 behind the arc, 18 points, but the Spurs couldn't miss down the stretch. Tony Parker with the jumper. He had 30 points. San Antonio goes on to win 114-106. They win the series 4-2. And now let's hear from the happy and not so happy.
It's always a good feeling when your team competes at a high level against another team who's also competing at a high level. And those are the moments that we all coach for or play for.
That's the way it turns sometimes. Sometimes it don't quite go your way, but you got to adjust to it. And I think we did a good job of adjusting to it, just that tonight we didn't quite get it done.
They did a great job. I mean, no doubt about it. That's what they do. They're really good at it. You know, we might have helped them a little bit in that area, but got to give them credit.
You got to give credit where credit is due. You know, LeBron James hoping to advance to his first conference finals at the same time, get that monkey off his back and prove that he's as clutch as a 5-speed. Cavaliers in Jersey, they lead that series 3-2, and this game, the Cavaliers came out and just nailing the Nets, but Jason Kidd would bring his team back in the third quarter. You see the 3 buckets ending with that pretty bucket off the glass, a left-handed shot. Jason Kidd was doing well until Bron says, hey, I'm sick of this monkey on my back. Hits the jump shot, and then the rookie, Daniel Gibson out of Texas, nails the J. The Cavs would win this game 88-72. They make their first Eastern Conference Finals since 1992. After the game, Bron spoke of his team's lack of scoring with him out of the game and just how they persevere.
You know, I want my guys to keep up the same high intensity level, but you know, at times they're so used to me being out there with me averaging 42 minutes a game and 43 minutes a game. It's kind of tough, but we got to find a better way to do a better job in the third quarter. Simple as that. If I'm in there or not, but we picked it up in the fourth and got the job done.
Their will was very, very strong, and like you know, you have to totally give Cleveland credit.
You know, it's very hard to close out a team. The pressure was on them tonight. We wanted to try to get it to a one-game series, and Cleveland earned the win.
Interesting how Frank, as a head coach, he looks about 15 years old. Roger Clemens' road to the Bronx made its first stop in Fort Myers. The 44-year-old Rocket made his first start since announcing that he was returning to the Yankees. His opponent, of course, the single-A Fort Myers Miracle. And Roger would have needed a miracle actually to look good in this game. Picking it up now in the first inning, he gives this kid the greatest moment of his life. Eric List doesn't like a dirty yard. He gets that garbage out of there. A home run. But Clemens, he pitched halfway decent in this one. Same inning, Clemens, he gets the strikeout. Nice little curveball there. But Clemens, as I said, wasn't as sharp as he probably would like to be. He gives up a single here to left field, and then the next inning, he would give up a double to right field. Halfway decent. The boss was on hand, George Steinbrenner, wondering why he gave Roger Clemens $28 million prorated for a half a season. But all in all, Clemens did pretty well. He went 4 innings. He threw 58 pitches, gave up 3 hits, 3 Ks, and that 1 dinger. Clemens is expected to make his Double-A start in Trenton next week, but here's his reaction after the game. Or we won't listen to his reaction after the game. What we will do is take a look at this graphic of the Las Vegas Sports Fest. Folks, it's only a day away. Great activities taking place at the Kellogg-Zara Park tomorrow. Mayor Oscar Goodman will be out there. He'll have his little walk-in. But there'll be over 50 sports and food vendors, and it's free to everyone. So go on out there and support it. If that's not enough, you can go watch Doug Kazarian and myself in this burrito eating contest. Doug says that he is going to win. He's a sure bet. Easy money, so going out and support everyone out there. You know, folks, there's more Action Sports Extra to come just around the corner, including, well, we're going to have some more stuff. But really I want to talk about is some high school baseball action. The boys of summer, 4A state playoff action, including the defending state champions, hoping to advance to another championship round. Those highlights and much, much more. Stay tuned.
Tonight is a jam-packed Jimmy.
When he gets Dr. Phil on the phone.
With Pirates of the Caribbean's Jeffrey Rush. Plus, Jimmy's taking his audience to a secret location to see Lincoln Park on an all-new Kimmel. Late night tonight, only on ABC.
Channel 13 Action News brought to you by Walker Furniture.
Shop Walker's Memorial Day mattress sale for special all-size pricing. One low price for any size mattress. Buy a new 2007 Certa Perfect Sleeper mattress for just $199 in firm, just $249 in plush, or just $299 in deluxe. And that price is the same for twin, full, queen, or king. And remember, if you're not 100% satisfied with your mattress, we'll take it back. Plus, get the Walker Bonus Pack, including free financing till 2010.
We've got it.
I'm Agent Smith. And I'm Agent Jones. And we're busting people who pollute Clark County.
Hey, who are you guys?
Sir, please step back.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aha! Judged by your reaction, you don't like trash.
No.
Sir, this is yours. We saw you dump it out of your car.
Well, I was dead.
Sir, did you know trash can clog storm drains, cause flooding, and pollute lake?
I mean, the sword swallowing trick. 2 feet of sword straight down the throat. I'll never do that, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Good night.